Hello, people. Back with another reading. Okay, catching up on energy. Yes. I decided to bring some more cards into the picture here. I have found some more true crime, and this one is called Hidden Futures. These are oracle cards. I do have some new tarot cards coming in, okay, as well, because the ones I just like new cards. That's all. Okay. Plus, I got to make sure that the old school tarot cards, okay, don't have the naked people on there. Okay. So that's where I'm at with that. So, and I always like ordering new cards, especially when I think that they'll hit the spot. Okay. So I wanted to take a look at the Nessie, Nancy Guthrie investigation on the current energy, okay? But I also wanted to take a look at Annie by herself, okay? Take a look and see what's going on with Annie. I was watching the lady do a reading on Savannah, current reading, okay? It's pretty good. I don't know what channel I was looking at. Oh, see, the thing about it is I can look on my phone. However, the phone YouTube is not the same as my TV YouTube. Okay. Two different, yeah. Okay. And that is because when I do my videos like this one here, this one is on my Anna's Intuition. Okay. The TVs are on Anna Aries. Okay, my phone is on Anna's Intuition. So that's because it's easier for me to upload, and I don't want to make the mistake of uploading to my channel. So I want to get a general read on, oh, yeah, you guys, don't forget to thumbs up. Where are the police in this investigation? Okay, because they should have been quiet. And then another thing, hey, Rodinia, okay. Um, I was thinking about, I'm like, when they get quiet like that, I don't know. I just got the intuition that this may be closer to home, so to speak. hmm So let's ask, where the police? This is the tarot deck, okay? True crime. And this is more in what is see, like the investigation. What can you tell us about the Nancy Guthrie abduction? What is the current energy with the police? What's their current energy? Okay, what's the vibe with them? Okay, and I also got the vibe. Okay, so yeah, we haven't tried the vibe. We're gonna go in. What's the vibe? So, what can you tell us about the police and the investigation of Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old woman with a pacemaker, missing, abducted, kidnapped? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay, people, we're going in. Let's see. I don't use this deck as much, but I do use it. Okay. This one here, the clarity of justice. This talks about seek fairness and impartiality in your decisions and ensure that all sides of an issue are considered before making a judgment. Strive for balance and just outcomes in the dealings. So they are making sure that they have dotted their I's and crossed their T's. Okay. So, in other words, that they may have evidence, but I think too is they got to wait on some stuff to come back. But also, is there in a case like this, they are going to collect as much evidence as they can because they want an open and shut case. Okay. And if they can achieve that, and then we have the fact finder, focusing on discovering the factual basis or any situation, separate fact from fiction, and ensure that all the conclusions are grounded in reality. Okay, so the fact finder. Okay, so that's what they're going on. So they're going on. They're sorting through. They're sorting through the static, you guys, okay? Making sure that we have what we have over here is ours and all that other stuff, okay, can be thrown in the trash. Well, not exactly thrown in the trash, but held over to the side. And then the unveiling of the veil. Remove any illusions or misconceptions. Face the reality of a situation with honesty. Hey, Nancy, Karen, Mary. Oh, I'm having a good day, honey, because I finally got into my uh, Access account. And then the other day, I finished my taxes. So, hey. And then they're coming to trim the tree tomorrow morning. So, yes, yes, yes. So far, so good. Knock on wood. The puzzle solved. Okay, now the puzzle solved. Work through any problems or mysteries with patience and methodical effort. Focus on solving each piece of the puzzle one step at a time. Celebrate the completion of each stage as progress. So they're working, so they're breaking this down into stages. Ooh, making things a little simpler. Okay. And the hidden message. The hidden message. Look for messages that are not immediately apparent. Analyze communication for underlying meanings or subtext. Discovering hidden messages can provide valuable insight. So they're probably taking a closer look at the them ransom notes and requests for Bitcoin and the hidden motive. Here we go. The hidden motive. There we go. Explore underlying motives behind actions or decisions. Consider what drives people to act in certain ways and how these motives may influence the situation. Look for deeper layers of meaning. So, this case has got them going deep. Okay. The investigators' deductions. Hi, Saba, Baba, Cushing. I am using I am using this true crime. This is another true crime oracle, and this has explanations. Okay, and this is the investigator's deduction. Use deductive reasoning to draw conclusions. Analyze available information and use logical process to arrive at accurate conclusions. So, yeah, they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's on this one. Mm-hmm. And the clarity of purpose. Define your goals and objectives clearly. Understand the purpose behind your actions and decisions. A clear sense of purpose will guide you effectively through endeavors. Now, this one right here is definitely they need because this is going to come from the court. Because if you go to court on this, okay, you got a jury, you go to trial, you're going to have, well, you're not even that, just to ask the judge for a warrant or something like that, or to sign the arrest papers, you have to have tell the judge, okay, your goal and your objectives, okay, and he has to agree with it before he'll sign it, okay, and then the forensic insight. So yeah, like I said, the forensic tax. The forensic testing analyze solutions with precision and detail, use logical reasoning to dissect and understand complex scenarios. Okay, and this is definitely being used for this. And then we have the witness perspective. So the witness's perspective, consider different perspectives when evaluating a situation. Understand the viewpoints of others involved and how they contribute to the overall picture. Diverse perspectives provide a fuller understanding. And they're going to need that in court. Okay. As to why do you think this person did that? Okay, well, we looked into the money situation and they are broke as a joke, Your Honor. Let me tell it. And the hidden evidence is search for evidence that may not be immediately obvious. Now, that's when they took that car, and they went back to Nancy's home. And it's talking about a thorough investigation is key. And then the detective's deduction. Okay, so apply deductive reasoning to solve problems, analyze the facts, and use logical inference to reach conclusions. So your deductions helps in piecing together the truth from available information. And then the truthful testimony. So you have to ensure that your statements are accurate and honest. Okay, yeah. So this reflects the truth as you understand it. Integrity in communication is essential for trust and credibility. Yeah, you can't get caught lying because that's gonna throw your whole case out. Okay, yeah, the case of integrity. So they are and the silent witness. Ooh, the silent witness. Listen more than you speak. Observing others' actions and words can provide valuable insights. Trust what you see and hear and use it to piece together a clearer picture. Mm, mm, mm. Now that right there, that was the icing on the cake. Okay. See, they just sitting back and watching while they waiting on evidence. I mean, while they waiting on the on whatever test results to come back. Okay, they doing what they doing, canvassing and the neighborhood. Okay, watching folks' behavior. Okay, and matter of fact, asking your neighbors about anything that they might suspect or notice in other people's behavior. Oh, you just ordered. Did you see it? Where did I get this from? I think I got these off eBay. Or I could have got it from Temu because they have them too. I don't know. I sharpen my pencil so I can draw a conclusion. Girl, I know that's right, honey, because this is one you're gonna need some pencils. You're gonna need some paintbrushes, some sketching paper. Oh yeah, you're gonna need all that for this one. Okay. And then I want to go in with hidden futures. Amazon has them too. This is hidden. Yeah, hidden futures oracle cards. Okay. So what is hidden? These are oracle cards, okay? These are going to explain. Then we're going to go in with some tarot. Hidden, what is hidden? Okay. Hidden futures. Okay. What can you tell us about the Nancy Guthrie case? If there's anything hidden, let us know. What is the future? Can you tell us that? What do you want us to know? What do you want to clarify in the Nancy Guthrie abduction? And thank you for your answers. What can you tell us? Now these cards, particular cards, they just came in a black box. Okay, so there's not even an explanation on the back. But anyway, let's see what they have to say. Ooh, hidden hatred. Ooh, hidden hatred can poison relationships. Identify and address it before it grows. Ooh, now I can ooh, somebody is hating, honey. We got a hater on the down low. And silent conflicts. Conflicts can be silent but impactful. Address them to restore peace. Veiled emotions. Okay, and this talks about emotions can be veiled in stoicism. Recognize them to understand others better. And a silent longing. Longing can be silent yet profound. Recognize and address your deepest desires. So this is stuff that's probably hidden, and that hatred really jumped out at me. Okay, somebody is hating on the down low, smiling in your face, and ooh, okay, got a knife behind their back. Yes, I could definitely relate to that one. And then we have a secret hurt. Hurt is often kept secret, so you need to offer empathy to those who suffer. So we're going to go, yep, secret hurt. Mm-hmm. And a cloak deception. Somebody is wearing a cloak of deception. Deception is often cloaked in kindness. Uncover true intentions behind the actions. And silent anguish, silent suffering. And it talks about providing support. So we have hidden hatred and cloaked deception. Mm, mm, mm. Secrets revealed. Secrets are coming to light. Prepare for revelations that will change your perspective. Why, thank you. You like listening, Gad? That's right. Mm-hmm. And veiled desires. So veils of desires can be veiled in denial. Mm. Desires can be veiled in denial. Ooh, is that the devil? Ooh, look at that creature. Mm. Interesting. And then there's hidden truths. So the truths are often hidden. And yeah, don't we know that? Seek them out to gain clarity and understanding. So somebody is definitely hiding the truth. Okay. Betrayal unveiled. It's coming out, you guys. Betrayal unveiled. Betrayal reveals itself in unexpected ways. Face the pain to understand and heal. Face the pain. And hidden anger. Anger can be hidden beneath the surface. And veiled grudges. Grudges can be veiled in forgiveness. Recognize them to heal relationships. Now that's a relationship situation right there. Okay. Somebody holding a grudge, saying they sorry, okay, but they still mad. And secret doubts. See, secret doubts. This is the stuff. It's funny how it's coming out because it does fit this case perfectly, okay? And secret manipulation. And this is the stuff, okay, I'm going to stop right there. This is the stuff that is going on that we're not seeing. You know what I'm saying? So there is some manipulation that's going on in secret. Okay, somebody is definitely manipulating the situation so that nobody will speak, will tell. Okay, we have hidden anger, betrayal, unveil. All this is going on. Okay, so it does make sense that this is coming out. Hey, Seneca McKnight. Are you related to Brian McKnight? Yeah. So there's a lot of secrets, hidden secrets. It says hidden futures, but it's a lot of hidden stuff in here in this case. And we definitely got the secret doubts, the secret manipulation, okay? The hidden hatred. Okay. Oh yeah. See, sometimes it just brings you a little breath of air to bring out some more cards. They've been waiting. Uh-huh. They've been waiting. Okay, so I want to get into you sent me a clip and I was looking at it. But see, sometimes, okay, here's my thing. Okay. I don't know if it applies, but I'm just saying is, okay, if they don't hurry up and get to the point of the title, I click off. Because see, it's too much clickbait, it's too much misleading stuff behind this case. And they keep saying the same stuff over and over and over. We already know Nancy's missing and all that stuff that they're saying. Okay. And they will use the whole video, okay, to get to it, just to find out. You're like, well, wait, what? You even forgot what you was listening to. Okay, and that might be what it is, because I was listening to it and I didn't get to any part of the sun. And I mean, they are really going all out and making money, okay, off of misleading people. I mean, they didn't already put the son-in-law in jail, and wait a minute, they got the car. They got the car back before they got the car. And then what they found in the car, and sure enough, what did they start off with? They explain the whole situation all over again, and they stretch it out through the whole video. And the thing about it, okay, is, well, what did they say about the car? Nothing. Okay. Oh, and you know, I was watching another lady. It was funny, okay, because she started getting upset. Okay, she was doing a reading, and I was tickled because she started getting upset about the security on the house. Remember when I was on here and I was just getting, she was getting pissed. I'm like, I know how you feel. Okay. I mean, I'm saying that to myself, but she was angry. She like, wait a minute, all that money and you guys couldn't pay. And see, the thing about it is, That's gonna haunt them. Okay, whether they had something to do with their mama's abduction or not, that part, that camera situation, that's gonna haunt them. Hmm. All of them, all of them. Okay, that is gonna haunt them. Okay, so what is? Let's see. Okay, see, because I got to get more specific. I got to. Okay, ooh, just ghetto. Okay, but anyway, I must get more specific. Okay, when addressing, because this case has been going on long, 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 that it becomes too general. So you have to get into specific people, places, and things. In other words, okay, that's the way I feel. I've come to that point, that I want to know. Tell us about Annie. Annie Guthrie, Annie Chione, whatever name she goes by, Nancy's daughter Annie. What can you tell us the current energy with Annie? Uh-huh. AKA Annie Guthrie, AKA Annie Chione, okay? What can you tell us about her energy? What's going on with Annie? Mm-hmm. And they still can't get over that sheriff, honey. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna let us down. Mm-mm. Okay, Annie Guthrie, what do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. I would do one on Savannah, but it will be tainted because I was listening to the lady, okay, for an hour. It was a good reading though. It was a good reading. She was talking about how Savannah was feeling and stuff, some people go more in depth than others. Everybody's different. Okay. Annie Guthrie, what do you want us to know? Eat the cake. Annie, eat the cake, Annie. What that slide? The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. That's like collaboration. Okay. Teamwork. The Three of Pentacles. Mm, the Three of Pentacles. Oh my. And it's upright. Yep. The Three of Pentacles, you guys. Ooh. This talks about getting together. Here we see three people gathered together in lively conversation, collaborating on a plan that will change their lives for the better. So she's got plans. She's working on plans. Oh, the Fool. Okay. The Fool talks about a new beginning. Okay. A new beginning. I don't know why he's facing the past, but the Fool, a new beginning. Oh, cloaked in illusion. Seven of Cups in reverse. Oh, what's that about? And the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles. I call her Queen Money. Okay, I call her Queen Money. Yeah, I didn't want to say it without reading, but she's materialistic. Okay. She talks about material wealth. And there seems to be, oh, we have the seven, okay. We have the seven of cups in reverse. That represents some type of clarity, okay, to material wealth. A new beginning. Oh, but we got the high priestess. Now, the high priestess, she likes to keep them secrets, okay? She likes to keep them secrets. You know, she's number 2 on the top 20 board, okay? I got 20 major arcanas, and she's number 2. Don't play with the high priestess. Don't do it, okay? Do not do it. So, this talks about somebody spiritual, fertile, feminine energy. Okay, but there's no water. So she's not emotional. I don't see a moon here. She ate the moon. Okay, let's see. I see the sun shining through the window. Oh, she doesn't need to see the water. She's already connected. Oh, okay. So that means she got that juju. Yeah, she's got that juju. She's got the secrets. Okay. And we have the Empress in reverse. Wow. Ooh. We got 3 females in a row. Okay. 3 females in a row, y'all. Let me look more on this Empress in reverse. Now, the Empress in reverse talks about pleasure. Okay. I would say pleasure through non conventional ways because she's in reverse. Okay. It also represents domestic issues. Now, she is number 3. Oh, we got number 2 and number 3. Okay. She's the top 3. This talks about not tuning in, not being in with your femininity. Okay, you relying too much on the masculine energy rather than on your own feminine energy instead. Okay, and okay, holding on to secrets. Okay, and materialistic at the same time. Meantime, you're on a new journey. Okay, and you clearly see. But see, this could represent drinking too. She could be drinking just like a sister too. Okay, which is understandable due to the situation at hand. And you know that they are being accused. Okay, she know it and her husband know it. Everybody's accusing, honey. She ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna hear a peep out this girl. It's too much. Seven of Pentacles. She's about to reap what she sows. Okay? New beginning, honey. Over that money. That's Seven of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Growth, patience, and gratitude. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay? She clearly can't move on. Okay? She wants to move on, but she can't. Not right now. Okay? It's too many obstacles. Okay? And the Knight of Wands. That's that young energy. She charging right into that money. And we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. She's tired. I wonder if she's tired of holding secrets. And the Five of Wands in reverse. And she's trying to avoid the conflict. That's going over the Empress. The Empress in reverse. The Empress, where I told you she's relying too much on masculine energy instead of on her own femininity. And she's doing that to avoid conflict. Okay? She's also tired. Yeah. She's tired. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and that's going over that investment, that Seven of Pentacles. All these wands, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to back. Matter of fact, right next to each other. So it's like this action is upright. She ready to get that money, okay? But the secrets and going into her own femininity, she's weak. Queen of Wands in reverse. Jealousy, dishonesty, and manipulation. So it's kind of like she's picking her battles. Yeah. So this is somebody who's not forthcoming, somebody who's dishonest, okay? Somebody who's deceitful. Okay. Now, in a court of law, that doesn't make her a killer, okay, or a kidnapper. Everything's alleged. These are just my interpretations. Your pleasure. My life, your entertainment. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is what I'm getting. And then we got this Seven of Pentacles right next to the Six of Swords in reverse, okay, is blocking. And the Nine of Cups, it's blocking the abundance. Okay. And it could also, because she's got all these cups. When you get a lot of cups, that sometimes can represent, okay, a drinking problem. Okay. Yeah. Drinking, hiding the deceit. And the page of pentacles in reverse. Materialistic. Materialistic. And there go the money. The pentacles and the pentacles. Okay. See what it says about the page of pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Foolish and immature. Procrastination. Oh boy. Here we go with the emperor. Okay. So it's like she's got secrets, okay, or an intuition that she's hiding over the emperor. And then the two of swords. Okay. Now, like I said, this woman's swords are separate. They're not together. Okay. So we have a lack of communication between the two. I keep getting the count, and I get this a lot in her readings. So I get that she's afraid of him. She don't want to say nothing. She's walking on eggshells, so to speak. And then we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is going over the Queen of Wands. Now, this is someone who possesses leadership skills, this King of Wands. Ooh. She's got two masculine energies coming up here. And I got this two of swords. Let me show you this two of swords, how this lady's got these swords. Okay. And this is in between the Emperor and the King of Wands. Keeping them separate, keeping the communication separate between the two. And then the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. It also talks about a new a offer, an offer coming in. The Six of Wands coming in as a victory. And the Eight of Wands coming in reverse. And the Five of Swords in reverse. Now, I ain't want to talk, and you didn't hear it from me, but I wonder if she got another man. Or does her man have another man? Okay, there's another man in this picture, but it's going over the Queen of Wands. The Five of Swords in reverse, okay, is emphasizing the deceit. And it's going over this Two of Swords, okay? She's being deceitful. It may not have to do with her mom, okay? It may not have to do with her mom. I think it more has to do with her home life. She's got something going on. Now, remember, I don't know if you guys remember a while back, I told you, because I kept getting deceit and hiding something in everybody's reading, okay? So it's like this situation here, and they're investigating and they're snooping around, woo, 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 okay, right? What secrets they have going on, it may have brought them to light, or they're hoping it doesn't bring them to light. Oh, she had a tweet. Well, this isn't coming up masculine. This is coming, I mean, this isn't coming up feminine. This is coming up masculine. Oh, you know what? This is just gave me a vibe of, you know how the teacher makes out with the student so the student can go and murder her husband. I just got a whoo in my throat chakra, as they say, that whoop through. She said bingo, okay? Girl, okay. You never know. Some females act manly, okay, but I'm just saying that I'm getting a vibe from these cards, and it's there's deceit, and that's the deceit. She's keeping them that information separate. She's keeping them apart, okay. Oh, let's ask another question, you guys. Is Annie seeing another man? I don't know how I would answer that, but let's see. Is Annie seeing another man? Does she have a love interest other than her husband, Tommaso? What can you tell us about her relationship? Is there someone else? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Inquiry minds. I'm just curious what the cards have to say. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I want to know what's the vibe with her. Say, Underneath it, the Tower. Well, whatever she's got, okay. The Two of Swords. Okay, let me look at my book, honey. She got me delving into the unknown. Swords, Two of Swords. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it ain't reversed. Okay. So this talks about being stuck, afraid to make a decision. Making a decision. Now, what decision do you have to make that you're afraid to decide? Oh, you got a name. Her name was Elizabeth. Oh, at the jewelry store. Oh, Two of Pentacles. It's about the money. A decision about the money. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Same thing. Okay. This talks about balancing and this talks about decisions. Okay. Two of Wands. What's all these twos? Lord. Two of Wands. In reverse. This talks about moving too fast. Two of Wands, okay? It also represents, okay, that waiting for someone else to make a move before you take action. You know she does what? Blue Rose. What's Blue Rose? What the heck is Blue Rose? But this right here, a Two of Wands, it definitely talks about making plans, okay? And when it's in reverse, okay, this book is saying one thing, but I don't agree with what that book is saying. I'm not feeling that, okay? I'm feeling the delays, bad planning. And the Six of Pentacles. And the Eight of Swords. Now, I haven't looked up the Six of Pentacles. Okay. But let's look it up. Six of Pentacles. Well, it seems like it's tied up. She's got a decision to make, okay? And the decision she's got to make, there's delays, okay, on the giving and taking, or maybe just the taking, okay? And she's tied up. Now this lady is tied up, but she's not blindfolded. So this is telling me that she can't move, just like this right here. Okay, making plans, looking to move, to go abroad. Okay, action. There's no action. There's no action because she's tied up. Oh, okay. She can't make a decision because the money is tied up. Oh, you just said that. Okay, money tied up. Okay, yeah, the money's tied up. So you're not able to move forward. Okay, and not to mention, because the money is tied up, you're having, you may be, she may be having problems. Okay, it's all about the money. She may be having problems in this Two of Pentacles with balancing her finances because her plans have been delayed from the money that she's getting. Maybe her mom gives her money all the time, or whatever, but that money's tied up. And then we have the Five of Swords that talks about deceit. The Five of Swords in reverse. It talks about deceit. It talks about avoiding conflict. Okay. And so I believe when it talks about, wait, hold on. Five of Swords in reverse. Deceit, regret, and resentment. Mm. Remember we was doing the hidden futures and they was talking about somebody's hating, okay, wearing a veil of, what did it say? It mentioned that about somebody hating on the down low, basically. Yeah. So it's like that there's deceit. The decision that she's stuck on is about deceiving. It's not she doesn't have the right motives. Yeah, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and she's pissed about it. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, yeah. There's the money and there's the delay. And the Hierophant. Okay. And the Hierophant. Who is she giving the money to? The government? The church? Or maybe that has something to do with the church. Mm. And the Knight of Wands. Savannah. Oh, the word is, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Okay. I'm not surprised. But I remember my my aunties, okay, my grandmother who's deceased now, may she rest in peace, okay. She had money and she had houses, okay, right? She's got three daughters. She was trying to get a house for each of her daughters. She managed to get two, okay. But she had money for them, okay. Now, the money she had from my mom actually came from my brother who passed away at 40. He was only 40 years old. So he had some insurance, and she asked my mom if she trusted her to invest the money. Okay, so that was my mom's money. Okay, she also had money for the other two sisters. So my aunties was pressuring my grandmother to give them the money, the inheritance. And why we gotta wait till you die? I'm like, what? Yeah, girl. So she went ahead and did give them the money. My mom said she'll wait. So my mom waited, okay. But they got their money and they spent it, okay. Now they're sitting up there looking at my mom with a money sign over her head. Well, the thing about the money and being involved is the money is involved anyway because the woman has property. Okay. They said the house itself is worth like 1.2 million. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So 1.2 million or 2 million. Okay. Something like that. So they would get a nice chunk of change. And to them, that's some money. Now, Savannah, okay, yeah. Just go on and put that in my savings account. Okay. But to them, it's like, oh, we're getting a new car, we're getting this, okay, we're getting that. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't, allegedly. So there's still money, and that is okay. Not to mention, I don't know if there's life insurance. Okay. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about it is, here's the thing, okay? Whether she changed her will or not, they still ain't getting nothing right away. The money is still tied up because this is recent. It ain't like she been dead for years and they finally decide to release the money. No, 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 no. That money's tied up. Okay. Yeah. That money is tied up. Oh, we were looking up the Knight of Wands, okay, because the Knight of Wands is over. And see, and even though that was money, here's the thing, whether she has something to do with it or not, okay, she was probably getting money from her mom. She probably was getting money just for caretaking, okay. Her mom probably got too much money to qualify for home health services, in home health care, so she can get it, but she got to pay for it herself. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So she probably was getting money from the mom, but she can't get it no more. Not right now. Because everything's stopped, everything's tied up. And you best believe that bank account is okay. See what I'm saying? Whether he got power of attorney or not, he can't use that money. See. And we have the Knight of Wands standing here, okay? Now, the Knight of Wands is representing, okay, it's time to take action, but she's tied up. Who owed $375,000? No, she had, see, and that's another thing that they're gonna live, okay, that's gonna be haunted over their head. Even though the mom is dependent, I want to live by myself. There comes a times where, okay, when your mom is that age and she's in that health and there's nobody around, it's not like somebody was staying with her. Okay. That's my thing. And what behooves me is you don't have anybody staying with your mom. Okay. Having security on the house is not going to do you any good. If she falls and has a stroke, she can't get up, she has a heart attack, that security on the house can't do you no good. If you cannot have some kind of way where you can go in, okay, if you can open the camera and look at your mom, talk, speak, or whatever, okay, your mom not answering, well, let me go over there, okay? You see what I'm saying? I know she home and she not saying nothing, let me go over there, okay? It's not going to do you no good if she fall and she can't press the button. And then the way they got it, if she pressed the button don't work because they don't have a subscription. What's paid in full? I thought okay, you're talking about two different properties, okay? I thought Nancy's property is paid. Here's the thing. Nancy's property is probably paid in full because they didn't pay that much anyway for the house. Now they may have made additions and all this stuff, and through the years, I'm thinking the house is paid off. They didn't pay that much money for the house in the first place. It's worth a lot more than they paid for. Yeah. And then the thing about it is, okay, and okay, they went and I don't know, did they clip the wires to the cameras or did they snatch it? I don't know what they did. They owe on their property. Well, I would think that they owed on their property because they've only been there for what, like a year? Did you know how much their house was? That house where Nancy, that neighborhood, excuse me, where Nancy was living, I believe there were $1 million houses. Okay. Like the lady said, there was a lot of houses that were more expensive that were better than Nancy's. She was targeted. We know she was targeted, okay? And look at the reason she was an easy target. Okay, Okay, so whose house is paid in full? Annie's or Nancy's? Okay, so so they went from one house to another house. So the house that they paid off was probably with the help with their mama. Okay, but how much did the house cost? So Annie's house is paid in full. And Nancy's? So this is to come, it's time for somebody to take action. Okay. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, inheritance. There's your inheritance. Okay. And there's some type of deceit and decision in regards to this inheritance. And the Empress in reverse, the Judgment, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Now that is somebody who's come to a full-fledged stop, and he stops on the Hierophant. Government institutions or institutions. Okay. So, ooh, don't talk about the government is giving them chances and being generous with them, and they're running out of patience and starting to lose their focus. And the Seven of Swords. Trying to hide something. Oh, she's tied up. She needs to make a decision, okay? Because the money tied up. But she needs to take some action, okay, to hide something. She needs to hide something. Who is Alejandro? Where y'all coming up with these folks? Busy, Big Zip. So I don't know what it is, but it's giving me definitely the impression that there's something being hidden on her behalf. Let's keep going. And the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. The Wheel of Fortune is a good luck card. But we got the Four of Swords coming up right there. Ooh. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It talks about laziness, selfishness. So, and it's over judgment. Okay. So that's the way she may be looking at somebody or herself. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. So there becomes a clarity coming down here. We have generosity. We have the Hierophant. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Over the Seven of Cups in reverse. And the King of Cups. Uh-oh. And it's interesting how he's looking toward the past. So I think that there is some kind of marital distrust. I keep hearing that noise. Must be outside. hmm So what I'm going to do is go in with what's the vibe. What's the vibe on them? Okay, because see the vibe. Let me get my oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's the vibe on Annie and Tommaso? hmm What's the vibe on all of them? Now he never answered that question about Alejandro. Alejandro. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. The thing about with something being revealed is with this case, it could be Miss Nancy, it could be the perpetrators, okay? It could be the DNA, it could be secrets, okay, that they've been hiding, like we got with the sheriff, okay? Uh-huh. So when you get something being revealed, okay, something's going to come up, but we don't know. And see, this is a thing about it, though, too, is we take it with a grain of salt, because if it's not something like, where's Miss Nancy, okay, what's revealed, okay, it's like we look over it. You see what I'm saying? We miss it because it's not something big. Something is being revealed. I'm gonna have to ask that question and see what the answers is gonna be. Okay, but we're gonna let me this right here is the Tylenol I got from the doctor's office. Okay, I had an earache, right? Of course, I'm gonna say I'm in pain, okay, because you know they got the good stuff, right? Why she give me some Tylenol? Some arthritis Tylenol, 8-hour Tylenol. I got a bottle of that at the house. She supposed to give me the good stuff. Oh man, my feelings was hurt, but I took it. Mm-hmm. Oh, covering these aches and pains, okay, from me being out. What can you tell us about the energy relationship with Annie Guthrie and Tommaso Cioni? What do you want us to know? What's the vibe? What is the vibe with these two? What do you know? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. The vibe on Annie and Tommaso. What's the vibe? Suffering in silence. Unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Narcissists. We have egotistical, opportunists, and fragile. Established, secure, and wealthy. Ooh. Intimacy. So there's some type of mutual respect and unity, some type of closeness. Okay. But somebody's running, somebody's trying to escape, somebody's in denial, okay, with a bunch of excuses. And that is going right here over suffering in silence. Mm. Blocked. Move on, nothing to see, okay? Stop calling. They won't be bothered. They being salty, exactly. Okay, possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind. Now, this right here reminds me of that Two of Swords. When I told you she need to make a decision, and that Knight of Wands, it's time to take action. Okay. Believe in yourself. Burn bridges. Lack of trust, disloyal. Okay. Turned back on. Consequences from bad choices. Somebody been playing games. Somebody's been giving mixed signals. Right. And that's going over the couple too. Intimacy. Mask. Somebody's hiding, concealing. Somebody is deceptive. Somebody needs to take a vacation to get away and have some fun. Tension, stressed out, migraines, worry. Healing, self care, introspection, and meditation. That's what they need. That's that Four of Swords. Slow down. Drowning. They're in over their head, overextended, and rock bottom. Say, now just because the house is paid off, okay, don't mean they don't owe nobody. And we have nurturing. So we have somebody's uh uh that would be the teacher, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. Okay. And this is going over the mass and running, suffering in silence. Glow up, new opportunities. Okay. That would be the Fool, new journey, new beginnings. And that would be the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities. hmm So it's kind of verifying what they already said. Up, up. Dirty little secret. And that is going over tension. Mm. On the down low. Okay. We also have some legalities going on. Okay. Some paperwork. I knew somebody was going to say something. Medication and drinking to numb feelings. Okay. That hasn't come up yet. Oh, you're talking about this drowning card here. Logging, missing you. Let's talk. Okay. See, yeah, somebody doing something. They might both be doing something. As far as we're concerned, they both could be doing something. See what I'm saying? But they can't get into that right now, especially with all eyes on you. Everybody looking, man. Oh man, can you imagine if the reporters got a hold of that? What they would do? Oh man. You having an affair? Well, I suggest you hold up on that, honey, okay? Because if the media gets a hold of it, you're done, okay? So that's what that's saying. Open marriage would be more like a threesome. Open marriage wouldn't be cheating. Or she could be, who knows? Well, especially if you're doing it and you're supposed to be an open marriage. So sometimes people get in an open marriage and they don't think that they have to or should tell their partner that they have somebody. You see what I'm saying? Dirty little secrets, honey. And you get something like this comes up and they all in your business. Okay. What is What is the vibe with Savannah? Let's just ask. What's Savannah? Savannah Guthrie. Okay. Nancy Guthrie's youngest daughter. What's her vibe? What's going on with Savannah? What is going on with Savannah? What do you want us to know about Savannah Guthrie? She is a host on the Today Show. She went back to work. What can you tell us about Savannah Guthrie? And thank you for your answer. Savannah Guthrie, what's the vibe? Suffering in silence. Envy. So there's some resentment, some competition going in there, some discontent. Toxic, okay? So there's some type of toxicity going on. There's an apology, insincere, okay? I'm getting this between the two sisters. Consequences from bad choices, playing games. Why this chick, I just realized she's got matches taped on her face. She's got matches taped on her face, on both sides of her face, with a lit match. Wow. Talking about consequences. She finna light it up. And then we have legalities, okay, that's going on with Savannah. She's got to deal with the paperwork, the courts and stuff. We got mentorship, okay? Nurturing. Oh, we got a double life and two-face. Wow. That look worse than Annie. Ooh. And that's going over toxic. Ooh. Homie love affair. Okay. I'm in love with a thug. Okay. Backstabber. Narcissist. Now, I'm not surprised, okay, with narcissists for the simple fact that a lot of people in this industry, okay, are narcissistic, egotistical, okay, opportunists. That's what it says, opportunists. Isolation, okay. She's feeling rejected, alone, okay. So we have different feelings going all over the place, and I'm wondering if it's more than one person. It could be one person. Say, not every psychopath is a serial killer, but hey. Nightlife, partying. Yeah, so I'm getting chaos. And I think that's the whole thing here is chaos that we're not seeing. And now they paranoid. Okay. Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. So, like I said, they all got issues. Not surprising. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Hit the like button, okay? Don't forget to get the thumbs up. But check this out. Let's see. What's the vibe with Nancy Guthrie's abductors? Can you tell us the vibe on them? Whoever abducted Nancy, what is the vibe? Uh-huh. And that's why I was telling you guys that, so you don't paint a dark picture, or don't paint a blame at any one person, okay? Because it could be all her children. I ain't gonna lie, allegedly. It could be all her children, it could be none of her children. What can you tell us about the Perps who took Nancy Guthrie, abducted her, okay, on that fateful night? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What can you tell us? It's going to be interesting to see what comes out on the vibe. What's the vibe with the perpetrators? They puzzled, baby. They are confused, perplexed, and conflicted. Which way do we go, George? They want to get away. They want to get away. Okay? Love affair. They got a dirty little secret. Ooh. Okay? That's interesting. Stagnant. They stuck. Dead end. They froze. There's some healing. There's some meditation and introspection going on with them, but that's not going to help them. That's not going to help them. Okay. And the thing, it just came to my mind with the love affair, dirty little secret. Yes, they kidnapped Miss Nancy, and they both have a dirty little secret. Yep. And consequences for bad choices. Procrastination, delay, too busy. Time is ticking. Time won't give me time. Time makes lovers feel. Drowning. Okay. They in over their head. They in over their head. And that's going over dirty little secret. Love affair. Oh, sookie now. Blood ties, okay? Blood ties, inner circle. Now check this out. That's going over stagnant, okay? They stuck. That's why they probably still around, okay? Because they can't just jump up and leave. It would be too obvious. That's the way I feel. This is my interpretations, okay? But that's what I feel, okay? And everybody, you jumping up, you're leaving. Ooh. I wonder they had something to do with Miss Nancy. Mm-hmm. That's how you, okay? That's how you look at that. And then we have, legal issues. Now, legal issues is going over healing, okay? So once they get caught and get this tragedy, this load, so to speak, off of their minds, they will begin to heal. So there's healing in the legal procedures in the court. Okay, we have greed, lust, greed by any means necessary. See? Okay, and that's the consequences. And that's going over consequences. Greed by any means necessary, and they're very inconsiderate. Mm-hmm. Tell me I'm lying. Suffering in silence. Sure is a lot of people suffering in silence. Did you catch that, T? This card then came up every single spread. And that's going over the clock, the time, and the chaos. There's going to be an upheaval, disaster, downfall. And that is going over drowning over your head. It's funny how just interesting how these cards is coming out. Ooh, it's my favorite card, y'all. Ooh. Okay, so we got some masculine energy coming in here in the family. He's the authority, the disciplinary father figure. So he's laying it down. And that's where the chaos is going to be. And that's where the tension is. Stressed out, migraines, don't know what to do. Wow. Do I really need to go any further than that? Do I really? Okay. Wow. See, these cards don't fail me. Okay. You'd be like, well, sheesh, okay, all this love affair and dirty little secret and all this stuff coming out. But honey, they like a deer in headlights. Every time a loud car come by, they just like, stuck like Chuck. Okay. So, what I want to ask is, where's my, oh, here it is. The Glimmering Path Tarot. I want to know, are they going to be caught? Let me light me some more. You guys enjoying your Sunday? Okay. Ooh, I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Oh, no, wait. Is that an hour and 44 minutes? Yeah. Ooh, don't even feel like it. We supposed to go in. I'm going to have to change the title. We have to do another video on the missing general. Now, I did do a channeling on him. Okay. I did do a little channeling, and then I got interrupted by my cat. Okay. But what I did get was, it wasn't a long session. Okay. But I got a vision of someone walking down a trail. Okay. And it wasn't what you would call a wooded or forest area. It was more like a desert area. It was like I'm seeing these little small bushes, that be in the desert. Okay, not the big ones. These were small bushes, and I could see a path. Okay, and then the path disappeared, like they were just walking. But my thing is, I got the feeling of frustration. I didn't get the feeling that he's deceased. I noticed that. Those cards told us that, yeah, they did. I got the feeling that he was frustrated with whatever was going on, I guess, at home. He was walking away in frustration. That's the feeling I got. But I don't get the feeling that he's gone. I could be wrong, but that's just what I got. Thought I'd share. Okay. So, can you tell us if the perpetrators that abducted Nancy will be caught? Will the perpetrators who abducted Nancy. And I'm pretty sure they're looking at these tarot videos. That's really got them shook up. And the police not saying nothing. They ain't got nothing to do but listen to the cards. Will they be caught? The perpetrators, the people that abducted Nancy Guthrie, will they be caught? Will they face justice? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay. Oh, let me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you want us to know? Mm-hmm. At the bottom of the reading is the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. So the Six of Swords in reverse talks about wanting to move on, okay, but there's delays, there's obstacles, okay, that are keeping you from moving on. Right. And resistance. Uh-huh. Now, see, the Lovers. Ace of Pentacles. So there's going to be an offer. Let's look that up. I need to get deeper. Ace of Pentacles, an offer. Ace of Pentacles. So this talks about an offer, okay? It just came to my mind that an offer could be a plea deal. Tell us what you know, and we won't give you the death penalty. Okay? But there's an offer. And there's justice in reverse. Ooh, that's not good. Legal delays, dishonesty, injustice, and lack of accountability, corruption. Ooh. So the offer, that offer may not be so good. Oh my God, let me read. Okay. Justice is gone the wrong way. What is that? Number 10, number 9, justice. Well, wait a minute. Justice. 10, that says 9. Oh, 11. Okay. Reversed. This can indicate a struggle to achieve balance, okay? And perhaps something unfair has recently transpired, or an event that was not aligned with your personal ethics needs your attention. So this right here is like them making an offer, okay, that they don't deserve, basically. Okay, but they're going to make them an offer. Tom and Betty or Annie and Alejandro. Oh, Lord. Okay. So that's my intuition. And I'm glad I read that because it's just like, yeah. So it may seem corrupt. They may already know who they are. They just piling the evidence against them. Okay. And the thing about them piling the evidence against them is coming at them with enough evidence so that you will accept the plea bargain. Just life in the pen. Well, it may not even be life in the pen. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be something less than life, unless they could prove that they wrote the kidnapping letters, and maybe they can, but maybe they'll take it off the table. Trump can't say nothing. But Trump can't. He ain't the judge and the jury. Okay, he's not the judge and the jury. And in order for them to get these people to confess, you got to come with an offer, or they're just going to deny, deny, deny. The first to squeal gets the best deal. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, mm, and there's the star. Not only is it hope, but they're going to be on the spotlight. The star, that's my spotlight. And the chariot in reverse. So this talks about a loss of control, but I'm going to have to go deeper. Loss of control. Because the chariot is movement, but it can't move if it's upside down. Okay. Right. Okay. So this also can be a lack of confidence. Yeah. So this is talking about in need of a more concrete plan. Okay. This talks about loss of control, loss of focus, okay, and loss of confidence. Okay. See, because they don't want to move too quickly. So this is like having um offering offering making an offer, okay, because they don't have enough evidence. They lack confidence in the evidence they have. So instead of going to court before a jury and having to present your evidence, and not to mention the fumbling Bernie Fife, okay, offer them a deal. Well, you know what? You're right. They need a lot of evidence since things got mixed up. But the thing about it is, they have to collect even more because they fumbled the bag at the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So them being able to separate that evidence and get it all bagged up, okay, is contaminated when they unlock the scene. So they have to move past that. They got to collect evidence past that. And the best thing too, when I think about it, is for them to confess and take the deal because and tell us where Miss Nancy is. Because if they find that lady dead and you ain't said nothing, all hell is gonna break loose on you. Okay. And they take you to a jury, honey, they gonna find you guilty. Allegedly. Let's keep going. We have the nine of wands in reverse. Okay. The lovers are tired. They are weary. Okay. They can't fight no more. The three of pentacles. The plan. The plan. The three of wands. Okay. In reverse. Disappointment. Self-doubt. Limitations. Setbacks. The hermit. They looking for Nancy. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. But they're not looking at Nancy. The hermit is looking toward the past. Here go Miss Nancy right here, Queen Money. And the moon in reverse. This talks about releasing the fear. They're tired. The lovers are tired. They're battle wearied, okay? They will be releasing the fear. They will be healing, self-healing. Hmm. Queen of Swords in reverse. That's going over the three of Pentacles. So the offer, they plan an offer, okay? And the Queen of Swords in reverse talks about feeling trapped and disappointment. Let's look a little deeper. Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, this talks about being on the defensive when being confronted. Okay. There we go with them threes, three of cups. Okay. Oh, but that's going over justice in reverse, the three of wands. Okay. And then we are going over the celebration. However, okay, because these cards are over celebration, they may take precedence. They may put a damper over the celebration. Then we go with the king of wands. The king of wands over the hermit. The king of wands and the five of swords in reverse. So the five of swords in reverse talks about deceit. In reverse talks about deceit. Uh-huh. Deceit and regret. Let me look up this pink queen of pentacles because in this five of swords in the book. Let's see, queen. Okay, well, let's look up the five of swords since we on swords. Hmm. In reverse. Oh, this talks about laying the past to rest, honey. And that's over Miss Nancy. Laying the past to rest. Releasing old grudges in order to move on. So this king of wands, leadership, okay, that may be talking in reference to him. Uh, Forgiving. Wow. Uh-huh. That could be the sun. Hmm. Forgiveness, okay, to avoid conflicts and move on. Wow. So I want to do another row. Hey, Ramona. So when they talking about, if that's the case, they're talking about forgiveness and, so you can move on. Then, well, some people just forgive the perpetrator anyway. But I'm thinking if this is someone they know. Now, check this out, okay? This is next to the three of cups. Okay, celebration. Let's see what this other row is. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's a need to take action. Okay, they need to take action. You need to do something in their strength. Okay, be strong. Hmm. And temperance and patient. Be strong and patient. Oh, There's a tower. And the tower is going right here on the King of Wands, but the King of Wands is over the tower. Okay. Oh, he wants to kick everybody out the building. The King of Wands wants to get loose. Now, the King of Wands, okay. Ooh, child. He needs them five of swords in reverse to forgive and move on. Uh, Success, leadership. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Upset, depression, okay, anxiety. Wow. And the thing about it is, okay, is there's going to be a lot of people because we're all invested in this. We've all been channeling and hoping that Miss Nancy gets found and everything. Okay, yes, I think the perpetrators will get caught. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if they take a plea deal, and it's going to upset some people who feel like, because there's those people who don't want to understand anything. All they know is what they want, and they want these perpetrators to get the death sentence. How much is a read? I don't do readings at this point in time. Personal reads. Do you want to ask a quick question, Marina? I can give you a three card Molly right now. JLR covered things. The FBI are pros, but those other people, they have additional resources. Okay, especially now since the case has come to. They're drawing back on some of the resources. Okay, however, you also have to take in consideration as their refusal is because stuff has already been muzzled up. Jim, oh, he went home. Well, they give up the death penalty because that's what they facing. They're, I don't know. Do they have the death penalty in Arizona? Okay. Oh, they do. Oh, no wonder we ain't heard from nobody. Oh, well, let's do one more reading on the lovers. Okay. We'll just say perpetrator. I hate to uh, confine it to just the lovers. Let's do the perpetrators. What can you tell us the energy with the perpetrators who abducted Nancy Guthrie? What can you tell us about the perpetrators? What's that energy with the perpetrators who took Nancy Guthrie? Okay. What do you want us to know? Will they confess? Will they give us a chatty patty? Okay? Will they give us a chatty patty? What do you want us to know about the perpetrators who abducted Nancy Guthrie? And thank you for your answers. What can you tell us? Mm-hmm. King of Wands. Ooh, the leader. That's the leadership. Confidence. Oh, okay. Now y'all just see me shuffle these cards. Come on now. Okay, what was I didn't forgot my question. What's the energy? Okay, this the energy. It's over for them. It's over for the lovers. The homie love affair is over. Victory. That's the plan. The Three of Wands in reverse. Disappointment. Death in reverse. Ooh, for the lovers. Not the world card and death in reverse. You can't get that. You're done. You're done. Stick a fork in them. They're done. And this is victory. Let me look up the Three of Wands. They got me looking up stuff, honey, with this. Oh my God. Three of Wands in reverse. Oh my goodness. The Three of Wands in your reading can indicate a delay in your plans or a disconnection from a relationship or group of friends. And there go the group of friends. And there's the disconnection. Oh, Tommaso. Tommaso ordered Mark to celebration of light. That would be the four of wands, not the three. And the celebration, the Three of Cups. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that would be emotional. Let's see. Let's keep going. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So wishes are not fulfilled. It's the end. The Chariot. Lack of confidence, lack of control. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. So King Money is broke. Materialistic. And the Empress in reverse. Ooh. I wonder, is that the Lovers? Nine of Cups. Abundance. Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. Three of Swords in reverse. So it's like a loss of control, okay, but a recovery. And there's the Star. And there's the Tower. What was the question? Is this the energy of the perpetrators? The Four of Swords, okay? My thing is, I'm concerned, will these people have, do they have some kind of SS plan? If they have some kind of unaliving plan, allegedly. And the King of Cups. He was already gray. He was already gray. And the only reason why you see gray now is because he probably too stressed out to dye his hair again. Because he's not bald. He got hair on his head. He's bald on top. He looked bald. Okay, but now I seen that hair. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, recovery. There's going to be victory. They're going to be it seems like there's going to be a loss of control or a loss of confidence, but in recovering Miss Nancy. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the Knight of Wands. So there are some unlucky cards surrounding this couple, the Lovers. Death and the World card, okay? Not to mention, I got the Nine of Cups, okay, which is abundance. But, okay, I got the Four of Swords, which is the minor death card. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. Mm-hmm. Okay. I tell you what we gonna do. We gonna ask Google. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Death card and the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, okay, wishes fulfilled. Oh, and the wishes fulfilled is death and the Four Swords. I'm telling you. Okay, but that's not what I'm asking for them. The Death card with the Nine of Cups. Okay, so they don't know themselves. They got deaf, okay, as in you can't hear. Oh, The Death card with the Nine of Cups. Ooh, now we got something. The Death card and the Nine of Cups suggests a profound transformation that ultimately leads to emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, and the realization of a personal wish. This pairing indicates that ending a current phase is necessary to embrace a more rewarding, joyful life. Now, so this is a powerful message. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. And then we have the Four Swords, which is the minor death card, to reinforce it. So there is definitely, okay, if they're not going to unalive themselves, they're definitely going to bring an end to this lovers. See what I'm saying? They are that stressed out, okay? Um, or it could be, what do you call it? Allegedly a murder suicide, okay? So don't be surprised. It may be that they made a profound decision to turn themselves in order to get some peace, because they're not going to be at peace with this situation hanging over their heads. Remember that book? I never read that book, but I remember that book of Mice and Men. Yeah, but if they murder and he left town, he got another dead body on his hands that he got to account for. Mm, okay. But don't forget to thumbs up the video, please, because I get the most thumbs up when you guys thumbs me up before I leave. That's all I get. But that is yeah, but it may not be him though. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The lovers. I don't know who the lovers are, okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like this because they're getting to the point. They're getting really drastic. Say they're not the only ones. We're not the only ones stressed out. Okay, they're more stressed out because they're the culprit. They're the culprits, and they know they are, and they have to live with that on their mind. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Okay, don't forget to thumbs up, you guys. Okay, but nevertheless, stay blessed.